Hey all, and welcome back to the HellfireComms playthrough of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. We have our destination set. To the far northwest, I believe, lies the village of the Rito. We're still in Kakariko. I figured it would make a good, middle ground for us to launch off from him. Mexi is not going to be available for the next few parts. He had to suddenly take care of IRL business, so he'll be back when he's back. We did mention the first part. We're just going to continue and whatnot. Oh look, there is a shrine right there already.
Works out quite nicely, although whether you'll have enough stamina to get there is another question altogether. But there is a nice, bit of solid ground there that you can probably land on and then jump off afterwards. So it works out in the long run.
In general, it feels like when I'm playing this game, it's, okay, I gotta get here, and then, oh look, there is a convenient path of shrines that make me get stronger on the way to my destination, and in general, that's kind of how you want to go, although it looks like Tom has found something else of note that he is running towards.
It looks interesting, okay?
I mean, as long as it doesn't kill you, not that that really matters in the end, but still.
I need your parts, good sir. Give me parts.
I never knew that you could find parts underneath them, and you've been doing that since the start of this playthrough, and all I can think is, wow, how much did I miss out of, these very important parts that I thought you just had to grind fighting Guardians for.
Making sure there's nothing secret here.
Just looks like a ruined house, almost.
I feel like there's probably a Korok seed there, but what it wants you to do, I don't know. Usually they're a little bit more obvious, I suppose.
Maybe they want you to climb to the very top of the structure? Like the tall one there? I don't know. That's my only thought, because there doesn't seem to be anything interactive at all.
But exactly, that's the one thing that's throwing me off. Well, either way, it's daytime now, so I should probably go to that shrine that you're looking at, eh?
Plenty to see and do along the way. We might even come across a mysterious forest.
And I do want to make a correction. In part 1, I did say that Bill Rogers voices 2 characters. I was wrong. He only voices the king. However, my problem still stands that they also have another character who similarly... Oh yeah, you probably want to take that off. Who similarly sounds a bit too young for the role that he's going for. I'm not going to say who yet, but judging from what we just talked about, you can probably put it together.
Oh god, Lizalfos, go away, go away.
So that is a nice thing about the Champions Tunic, is it inherently lets you see the HP values of enemies, which is quite a nice addition. It makes it so that, you know exactly how much damage your weapons do, how much, you need to kill them. However, it also is a thing where it's not worth it if you have better equipment. It's nice, but not needed.
Yeah, I think it's one of the things why, when it comes to Age of Calamity, I was a lot happier with that game's approach to costumes, because they were purely cosmetic, so I was just like, I can stay in the Champions Tunic and be very happy about things, rather than just going, I really like the Champions Tunic, but there's no point in me wearing it right now, because it doesn't give me the best defense, and my god, I need defense.
That's the big thing, is the defense value. There's other stuff too that's important, but in general, you pretty much want the defense more than anything.
Just fishing for balls here, don't mind me.
What is this? Marvel vs. Capcom 2? Because I see some Scoops Haagen-Dazs up in here.
How many people are even going to get that nowadays?
That's a meme that has sort of died out with the time, so I hope at least one person gets it, if that's all I need. If I make one person smile, my job is done.
Well, you've clearly made Tom smile to some extent. I have absolutely no idea what's going on, but that's fine.
It's Marvel vs. Capcom, baby.
Yeah, I never played any of them, so...
Come here, boy. I'm gonna take you for a ride. Da-da, da-da. Alright, up you go, up you go. Oh. How do I do this then?
I think you need to drop the bowl in the water, and then you can flip the switch at the bottom.
Ah. Yes.
Except it fell because physics!
I have an idea, it's coming to me. Bloody hell.
Yeah, I was going to suggest, dropping a ball on the top and then dropping the bowl in, but it all eventually works out in some form or another.
So I think now you can even just throw in that other ball that you have up on the surface here.
I'll give it a shot.
Ooh, actually, that might be a little tough.
I pressed the wrong button.
Yeah, no, you do not have the required strength to throw that, but it's alright, because I think the first tactic of dropping the ball from the top and then quickly getting that ball right should be all good.
Stay. Good.
Camera, please.
See, I'm sure there's, like, crazy ways to, like, hey, little hop, you know, to, like, use, the stasis and, like, fire an arrow at it to, like, make it bounce up there in a crazy way, but we're no speed runners. We're average runners at best.
Not sure where the optional thing is in this. Let me take one of these with me just in case.
I think that would be a good shout.
Is it up there?
I don't see a way to get up there if it is. Watch it just be behind the area.
Nope, doesn't seem to be. Yeah, I'm good on the whole weapons and treasure front and whatnot now anyway, so...
Yeah, we're pretty full anyways. We don't have much room to carry more.
No, and really, at this early stage of the game, it's the spirit orbs that you really want to be after.
They're the sweetest nectar you can get because it helps you to grow in number.
Alright, one shrine down, probably about 4 or 5 more on the way to Rito Village alone.
Well, yes, because we are going for technically the furthest village away from us. But that's fine, because it just means that we get a little bit more gallivanting across Hyrule as a whole.
I do like a bit of gallivanting in my Zelda.
And if it's the longest one away, that also means that we hit the most shrines along the way, which means that we get the most stats along the way. It's all good.
Uh-huh. Also, Tom, you were trying so hard to be stealthy there. I'm so sorry it didn't work out.
Ah, shasha! Motherfucker.
Lizalfos, they first appeared in, as far as I'm aware, Ocarina of Time, looking like, you know, regular sort of just lizard dudes. But it's interesting, because I was even thinking earlier, because I was thinking about the Legend of Zelda rap, because of course I would.
Of course.
And they sing about Tektykes, and I'm like, man, there's no Tektykes in this game, despite it being, you know, such a well-known creature that it was in the Zelda rap. And Tom, I think you might want to look up at the sky right after this.
Ah!
Oh! Run!
We running.
The blood moon does fill you with terror whenever it appears.
When it first happened, because that was another one of those things where they really didn't explain the gameplay of it in, you know, pre-release media. So when it first happened and, like, we see the world start to look like, you know, Twilight Princess a bit, and the clouds go crazy, and the music gets terrifying, and all I thought was, what the hell is going on? I'm actually scared.
Now, in Age of Calamity, Blood Moon is essentially a super hard mode for a level. Like, you'll probably finish the game around level 55, 60. The level that the Blood Moon appeared on for me recommended level 72 and so on. So I guess it offers better items and whatnot. I haven't actually tried it yet.
As far as I'm aware, yes, they offer better, rarer items for you to muck about with. So they're a really good way of, grinding those levels and getting those bits of equipment if you need them.
Ooh, there is another shrine over there.
I still haven't personally beat Age of Calamity. That is something that is on my to-do list of games, which has been going okay over the Christmas break, but there's still so much. Wire games, there's so many of them.
Yeah, that is very much the case. I'm very grateful that I've managed to get my gaming backlog down to a total of, I think, 5 games now that I actually own that I can say are in my backlog. 3 of which I have technically already played, so that's good.
Then why are you playing them again, son?
Well, because they are on different consoles to where I played them originally. So it's Bayonetta 2 on the Switch. Obviously, I've already played it on the Wii U, but I need to record it on the Switch because Tom promised me that we'd get to do a Bayonetta 2 playthrough.
Hold it over my head, why do you?
I'm going to. Same as the fact that we've got Wonderful 101 to do this year.
Well, alright then.
It will happen. Then I've got Kingdom Hearts 1 and Kingdom Hearts 2 from the HD collections. Because I played through all the others when I was, recording the playthroughs, but I'd recorded the original, MKH2 playthrough and MKH1 playthrough on the original PS2. So I haven't played through the HD remasters. So that's them. And then the other 2 are just 2 games that my dad had on the PS2, one of which I had played, but didn't get very far with, which was Lord of the Rings The Third Age. Basically, the Lord of the Rings Final Fantasy X. And then Enter the Matrix.
Why? Why wouldn't you just play Path of Neo instead?
Well, because blame my dad, he's the one who got the damn thing.
Ah, I see.
It's the reason that I played Tomb Raider Angel of Darkness, which is easily the worst Tomb Raider game out there.
Tom's trying to jack a horse. Grand Horse Auto. Because he's jacking. Okay.
You tried. God bless you, Tanner.
See, this horse likes bad jokes. That's why he not only did he let us get on once, he let us get on twice.
Well, it's because he's our horse. We claimed him and called him. It was just that we couldn't get him. We couldn't call him in the wild for a little bit there. I think, is it because we were in the middle of combat, or was it just that we were in an odd position?
I don't think he's near enough for us to call him at all, really.
Yeah, I'm not sure the exact rules about when you can call horses. I remember that being a bit weird in the game, where it's like just sometimes the game's like, yeah, your horse found you just fine, and then other times it's like, just kidding, your horse only wants to be, doesn't want to be called by you ever.
Yeah, it's a funny old beast, is some of the features in Breath of the Wild. It all makes sense and it all works, but excellent sidestepping here, Tom. Like this is you are really going for the dressage.
Oh, bless.
Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift on horses, man.
That's cool. I didn't need that anyway. Yo, what's up, person I just saved?
Please reward us.
Nice. That'll be good for when we go to the Gerudo.
Oh god, yes, because there is so much lightning.
We out. So whereabouts is this shrine, do you think?
I completely got flipped around once you were trying to get on the horse, so I have no idea. It's better to just go someplace high up and take a look.
That would be my recommendation as well. And even if, we can't find the shrine that you're initially heading towards, we will certainly find a shrine.
There's 120-something of them in the game. We better find one.
It's just nice to have a walk through. Oh, I think that's a shrine. Oh, jeez, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, don't impale the horse.
That looks like a Korok thing to me.
Yeah, that looks like a Korok thing to me as well.
Oh, has to.
Hey!
Oh, hey, what are you doing here?
I can call my horse from here.
I didn't even know that he could appear in other places than that first place. I always just went back to him.
He's trying to find his way home to the forest, so he'll appear along on the way to the forest. It's further north from here. Okay. Oh, yes. We can upgrade stuff while we're here.
I wonder whether Hestu specifically can appear at each of the stables, because there are obviously 4 dotted about. At least I think there's at least 4 in sort of each of the sort of main corners. So they can definitely help. And I think that Hestu might appear at each of those.
Ooh, we can get another, it seems.
Booyah. Give me all the weapon slots.
We're gonna need them.
Now, well, we don't get to hear Hetsu's voice in this game. We do get to hear him speak in full language in Age of Calamity, and voiced by Christina V, who is a prolific anime voice actress. Also the voice of Shantae, along with many others.
Get out of here. And you as well, just God.
You know, to shatter a thing of wood is pretty strong, so shoutouts to Link's muscles for that. Good twirl.
Guys, don't know. I think we found a shrine.
Yep.
Did you? Really? What? Like, I don't believe it.
Richie. What have I told you about being cute? It's not cute.
I wouldn't say it's cute. I'd say it's just like so over the top blatant sarcasm. It's unreal.
It's obnoxious is what it is, but then again, I'm obnoxious prime, so who am I to judge? Shields from water.
Methinks we'll need ice. Yep.
It's clearly an icy shrine.
Now, the nice thing is, if you have like a waterfall like this and you do Cryonis, you can do them out kind of horizontally, which is useful for... I mean, we've done it before, but now we can climb them. Oh, now I know why it's shields from water. It's so that if you want, you know, if he's going to fire a laser, you can pop in a... There he goes. You can pop in a one of those as a shield.
I remember this being fairly tricky, actually.
Honestly, I don't remember half the shrines in this game. Like, the only ones I remember are the ones that I took a look at and said, nope, I don't understand this one, and immediately left.
I can't say that I specifically... Well, I mean, I don't remember most of them. And obviously that was partially because I was just like, well, I'm only going to do so many because I'm not going to spend that much time on this game. I love it, but no. So yeah, most of my memory of this is just like, nope, no idea what we're doing.
Completely out of arrows, alas.
Yes, well, you're going to have to complete the leveled main... The leveled? What? The shrine's main gimmick. There we go.
Jesus, we have to wait like half an hour and your brain just shuts down completely.
Well, I did tell you.
Silly.
Well, the good news is we don't actually need to, like, just kill them. We can very easily just
Thank you.
run away from them, and yep, that works.
And they're still trying to kill us whilst we're speaking to ghoulish creature here.
Hey, just because I'm mummified doesn't mean I have any less humanity, alright?
It's kind of actually crazy that there are, like, cases in real life of people who've done that. Like, the monks who have basically sequestered themselves into a place and lived to mummification. And, like, that's a real thing. It's not made up for this game, you know? Monks do some crazy stuff in the, you know, pursuit of enlightenment.
Yeah, it's very much the case. Truth is stranger than fiction.
So, like, in the past 20 minutes alone, we've run into 2 shrines, met Hestu, upgraded our weapon stash a little bit, and I've no doubt run past, like, 3 hidden Koroks, and we found a new stable, so...
It all works out.
Need to buy some new arrows while I'm here.
That would be a good shout. We're currently very low.
And also, looks like our painter friend is over here as well.
Ah, yes, he will be able to help us. Milk, why not?
That's how cooking works. Just look at what's in your fridge and just be like, let's throw it all together.
I do not recommend throwing the entire bottle in.
You can put the milk in. That might turn out all right, but you definitely don't want to put the bottle in with it as well.
Beetle!
Beetle!
He's trying his best.
Give me all them arrows.
He also has a stock of 5, which are for a special deal with 30.
Sell a few things that I'm not using, I guess. I'm not really using this ruby right now.
Can you imagine trying to sell the fairy and the fairy just going, is this all I am to you? Just a material to be traded?
If I'm being honest, yes.
I mean, it's either that or you sacrifice yourself to die in place of me.
It's the big bird that we found last time and he watched us drown. But he will lead us towards another shrine, which will be very helpful.
Uh-huh. Basically, whenever you see Cass, he is going to give you a hint at the destination of a shrine. You basically just need to solve the riddle. Some are definitely easier than others.
Mm-hmm.
And once you start to get into the DLC territory, he has his own very important quests in terms of the DLC stuff. The Song of Heroes and whatever.
Yeah, I know all about this.
Yes, the hideous pig demon.
So you're just going to repeat what I already know, Cass, and then, like, add on a little bit at the end, like, oh, by the way, Lamadam Dine, go forward for a shrine.
Yeah, probably. Sounds about right.
I think you forgot the little egg creature in the back there, my dude.
Yeah, I know, it's definitely missing from this picture. Also, what is missing is the correct coloration of the hair on the hero. Like, they did it perfect for Zelda, but they didn't do a very good job of the hero.
It's funny you bring that up, because a lot of people have theorized that that's not Link in the picture, and it's, in fact, Ganondorf.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, look at who's seemingly beneath the castle in the Breath of the Wild 2 trailer.
That is fair.
And the mummified someone under there in the trailer has the long red hair, similar to the icon we see there. So who knows? We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, Guardians, dig them up, activate them. What could possibly go wrong?
Bringing technology into a war that you don't know what's coming. Brilliant decision.
Me no likey. We'll give this a watch once, if he brings it up again, I'll just skip it.
Oh yeah, like at that point it's just like, just no.
It is interesting how, like, entirely indistinguishable the champions are versus, Zelda, who you like that's Zelda, right? You can tell. It seems like they got her right, and then the rest of them, they're like, I don't know, just put shapes together.
Well, I mean, I guess the royal artist knew Zelda for a longer time than the champions, and by the time came to have the official portraits taken, they fucking died. The power of Fant. Prrr. Camel spits at you.
Camels are vicious creatures. Also, I bet you I'm the only person in this call who has ridden a camel, and let me just say, they are not comfy. those humps, not very nice.
Well, you know what? I was going to call you out for flexing, but then you mentioned your discomfort, and that's karma enough, really. That was a fine story, Cass. I hope you're not expecting a tip, mate, because I think I might have heard that one before. Are you fucking kidding me?
I did. At least you're cute. You're marketable.
Yo, what's up? I really should have stopped by the Great Fairy before we started and upgraded the Champions Tunic. Alas.
I don't know if you can yet. It's one of the harder things to upgrade, and I think you actually have to go through the, one of the major dungeons before you can do it. It's one that you can upgrade to take you through the whole game with, but it is one that's a tougher one to upgrade.
So, northeast of the Bottomless Swamp.
We don't really know where that is, because our map is a little barren right now.
Yeah, that's very true. No, I'm good, thanks. I want my horse. Perfection.
There he is. It's Horse the Horse.
I love the awkward zombie comic of, them adhering to their, we'll pick up your horse from anywhere, and it's like in the middle of a lava flow in the Goron region. Yeah, don't send it against the Guardian, alright?
And don't run it into brambles that we definitely, didn't almost do earlier.
Let's go.
I mean, whilst you're here, tower, 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 go up it, to your left.
Oh, that tower.
Literally. Oh no, that's not an actual proper tower, is it?
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's not the tower, that's way too small.
You fucking muppet.
We need a special tower.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I thought that was a Lionel, sorry.
I was thinking it was a Lionel, but then I realised that the top bit was moving in a way that a Lionel wouldn't.
That one bokoblin just feels so special that we thought he was a Lionel for a second. He's like, oh, really?
What a fool. What a palooka.
It's interesting, you'd think that when they're on horses that they're going to be, a big problem to deal with because they have more mobility, but honestly, when they're on horses, it's fine. You hit them off and they're stunned. So I personally, when I see one on a horse, I'm like, thank God. I'd rather one be on a horse than, be just running at me on the ground.
Where am I going, exactly?
I don't really know, but look, there's a shrine over there.
And a cliff that we probably don't want to send our horse down.
Probably not.
It's okay. They'll find the horse and bring it back for me no matter what.
Yeah, the horse will be fine. Oh, I think you are going to want to climb up that tower over on the right.
Oh, bloody hell. Yes, I know what you're talking about. Then, float down.
At least, that's what I'm thinking. We'll see whether it's actually high enough to clear the brambles, but...
Could possibly be, one area where it's safe. I know there was one where it's, it looks like it's, covered in brambles, but then you can just climb up, one section. So you might want to take a look first, but then if not, then yeah, we'll probably try gliding down. Or, maybe we'll just get the ability to do a super jump later. That might also, eventually clear it.
Yeah, let's try it Richie's way.
I mean, it is worth a punt.
In fact, I'd almost say to go over to that mountaintop over there, glide down to the tower, and then glide over to it.
I just came from there.
Oh no, that one right straight in front of you right now. Just to make, so that you don't have to worry about having to climb up the whole tower if you don't have the stamina for it.
There's a fucker there.
And by fucker, I think you mean Octorok.
I know what I said. Someone just called to me. Someone just said, hey!
Maybe it's the Octorok. Maybe they're learning our language.
Maybe it's the person doing the fire?
Hello? Oh.
Or not. Oh, it's a Zora.
It's a freaky fish man.
I am not a freaky... Okay, well I am. Look at me. Just disgusting. A proud member of the disgusted Zora.
We are always moist.
You pointed me towards Zora's domain? Oh no, the tower. You should go to Inogo Bridge. Probably named for Ingo.
Yep, probably. All the major locations are named after some obscure Zelda characters, so...
Yeah, well, we're probably going to go to Zora's domain last, Lido, so... yeah. Sorry about that.
Sidon's gonna have to wait a bit. Awesome as he is, and as much of a fan favourite as he is, he's gonna have to wait.
I actually, come to think of it, I think running into this guy was what made me go to the Zora's domain first, because I'm like, oh, you literally are pointing me in a direction, guess I'll go there. Which led me to, go there first.
Now, you see those cherry blossoms in the distance? That is actually where I want to go next.
Yeah, because that is Rito Village, isn't it?
No, that's the Forbidden Forest.
Oh, is it?
Lost Woods. Hey, I flew over it enough in Age of Calamity, I would know.
Fair enough.
I don't think. No, we sure won't.
No, that is not high enough. Oh well.
Let me do a thing. There we go.
That star means some little place for later. Look at Tom being a good cartographer, better than me, who just said, I'm sure I'll remember it, and then I don't.
Dum-de-dum, dum-de-dum. We will take the long way across this water.
Just as long as you don't drown on the way over.
Don't tell me what to do, Richie.
Yeah, he'll drown if he wants to. He's a free man.
I am a free Hylian, okay? I miss my horse already.
It's a shame we don't have like a water horse that could just go over oceans and stuff. I'd call it a seahorse, but that's a different thing.
Oh. Is my horse going to actually come to me? Oh, hello.
He might just be close enough that he's probably going to try and, get as close as possible and then get to the edge and say, no, I'm not going to.
It's cool. We got a destination now. Now, all I gotta do is not run into any Lionels or anything like that.
Well, we're fairly close to Central Hyrule, and as the game really likes to point out, hey, don't go to the center. That's where things are bad. So our main goal is to try and not approach the center of Hyrule.
Aw, horse could not heed my calls.
Hey, looks like there's a person out there looking at something.
Gotta watch out. Some of them might be Trixie Dixie.
I don't think that starts happening until you meet them.
Okay. So is this gonna get me anything?
If I recall, this does get you rupees if you do it.
Yeah, let's go.
And also, hey, a decent tutorial on how to shield surf is always appreciated.
Oh, nice.
And he even gives us some shields to look at, though it'd probably charge us for them.
Let's see, which one of these do I want? Kinda eyeing that silver one on the right.
Yeah, that's the nicest looking one.
Although I suspect that we might not have enough money for it, but...
Yeah. Yeah, sure. Ah, fuck all. Enough about your gang, Jesus.
Well, actually, I think that's just if you don't have any. I think if you have enough shields, although these ones are crap, so I would see, I'd still probably buy one anyways. But you can still do the shield surfing challenge anyways.
Heard about the legend. I don't know who that is.
Nope, me neither.
Ditto.
Oh, actually, I do know who this is. I think I've met her. Yeah, it's in a vast snowy region, so... You gonna tell me how to do things now? Let's go, don't be shy, just shred it up.
What a business to be like, yeah, just keep on, breaking your shields through this and then buy more from us.
There we go. Yeah.
Play some ska because we're doing some Tony Hawk, baby.
Yeah, boy. Ow.
It's cool until it's not.
It's okay, I got my shield. And I got food as well. That's what I spent all this time making stuff for.
Man, if you told me there'd be a game where you play, as Link and you're in a big open world and you can surf your shield while eating, steaks to get your health back up, I'd say that doesn't sound like the Zelda I know and love. And yet, turned out pretty damn good.
And yet, it is the Zelda I love.
Because honestly, I don't think I need a return to form 3D Zelda. I think I'm fine if they stick with this style for a bit. Just refine it, of course.
Oh yeah, of course. I think the main thing that I kind of want out of it, and I think it's probably the thing that most people would say, please can I just have that little bit, is more of the standard Zelda dungeon approach. And sort of make a little bit more of the dungeons, because even though the shrines are awesome and are some of the most, unique puzzles we've had in a long time, it would just be nice to have a bit more of that, I suppose, goalposts to work towards. Mm-hmm. Because even though you do have that to an extent with everything we're dealing with in Breath of the Wild, because you've got, your 4 different areas and you've got the different things affecting towards that. But it's not quite the same.
I mean, I like the dungeons we have in the game, but they're not really a patch on, proper dungeons, as it were.
Exactly. That's the main thing, is that it's close, but not quite close enough.
And, I know some people are like, oh, you have the fire dungeon, you have the water dungeon, and it's like, well, yeah, but we like those because they work, right? We like our themes, and I even thought we were starting to get some really cool theme stuff with, I don't like Skyward Sword personally, but I thought it had some great dungeon themes. The Ancient Cistern is really cool, and, I would love to have something like that again, where it's like a storytelling throughout it.
Oh, definitely. I think the Ancient Cistern, I think, will go down as one of the best dungeons in Zelda history, for its idea and its theming, actually.
Not sure where this one is meant to go.
Yeah, take a look at the one that's down in the water there and try and copy it.
I want to say you want to put the block in the right-hand corner.
Okay.
Just shunt it to the right there, and yeah.
Hey!
Ta-da!
I'm a wet net boy.
Don't ever say that again. And lo, it was the wettest nut that Hyrule had ever seen.
Oh, I love these nut boys.
Miro Shaz. Yeah, it's all highly into me.
It is.
Let's go. Just keep racking them up. I can get a new heart and a bit more stamina when we get to the next fairy fountain.
Or, well, it doesn't even need to be the fairy fountain. It just needs to be a statue, which I think are even in some of the stables, which were by one.
Ah!
Just bonk, 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 bonk your head down.
Alright, what are you wanting from me here?
Well, nice, free and easy chest.
Okay.
Ah, that's what it's wanting from you. It is wanting you to whack that ball over there.
I see.
Using stasis.
It's golf. That's gonna be fun. I think that's just to give you a new one when you don't do it right.
You got it.
So probably the best way to do this is to spin with the sledgehammer when it's in stasis and then fire an arrow to aim it at the last second.
Where did he go?
Smashed into the ground, I think.
Well, alright.
Try that again.
Well, first let's try this with the hammer in general.
Yeah, sure. That's for, more difficult tricks later on, of course. Oh, we gonna bank this shot?
Why would you cruelly pan the camera to show that I have lost, game?
Because it doesn't like you very much, clearly.
Right, now how could I get this to go forward is the thing that I'm looking for here.
I think, as long as you spin straight on...
Yeah, your spinning was going pretty straight, which was quite nice. Sorry.
Okay.
I think as long as you spin straight on to it, you should be fine.
That looks pretty good.
That looks decent. It'll just be a case of seeing, is it too far?
Yes!
Oh!
Hey! Perfection.
Call us Tiger Woods, because we got a hole-in-one. Those other tries don't count. Those are mulligans. I know golf terms.
Okay, so... the path is revealed, so it is.
It is indeed, and, oh, that looks fun.
Oh, I see.
I'm a large fan of blocks on rails that you can hit to do more blocks on rails.
Okay. Gotta think outside the box for this one.
I mean, or you could do the same strategy we did last time.
Which was...
using stasis.
Or do that.
Ah!
Is it on your noggin? Wow, powerful noggin.
I don't give a fuck. Nice.
Good job.
So what's over in that corner there?
What is in that corner there, Richard?
It's like a little secret side path.
Interesting. Oh, there's more stuff down here.
So this is where the secret puzzle is.
This is where it's like, okay, you did easy mode. Now time for the hard mode challenge.
Bring it on. These are always helpful anyway, so...
Oh, Lord.
Ah, fuck it.
It's pretty much just obstacles in the way. As long as you go straight through again, it should be pretty good. We'll see.
Slightly too hard. I think that's the signal that we should probably leave before we waste any more weapons.
You watch, we'll open the chest in there, it'll just be another fucking sledgehammer.
Oh god, could you imagine?
So mad. Get out of here.
Golf is dead in Hyrule, and this is why.
You just missed like 3 minutes of me forgetting to do stasis and accidentally whacking the ball off the pedestal. Don't laugh.
Sorry.
Oh, now you see, what we really need is we need that outtake on Twitter.
We'll see. We'll see.
Although, to be fair, Twitter only takes videos that are 2 minutes and 20 seconds long unless you've got the paid for advertising, so you could speed it up and fit it in that.
I like how that's a subtle nod to how fucking long it took me and how badly I failed.
It's fine. I think most of us would fail on that as well.
Well, gave it the best Highland College try I could muster. Now it's onwards further north to the forest.